Hello MuleSoft-TechZone viewers, welcome back to my channel MuleSoft-TechZone. This is another video on our regular CuriTech AI playlist. So I'm going to explain about our favorite topic, DataWeave generator. So before going to that, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please follow our channel to get the latest updates, and you can go through different playlists that we have. Yep, just explore, and I hope you like this content. So coming back to our DataWeave generator, I know most of you have been already using different AI tools like ChatGPT or Copilot to get the solutions for your DataWeave problems, right? So CuriTech AI is also smart enough because at the back it uses like different AI engines to give like proper and expected output. So for in any case, like if you are using CuriTech AI or any other technology, make sure that your prompt is like exact and what you want. Okay, that is more important. And yeah, let's explore this DataWeave generator. You can see like DataWeave generator is under the coding agents. You can see like this view has been keep changing, so don't worry, but it's all like you will have like everything in one or the other modules. Okay, just try to explore it. So now going to the DataWeave generator, you can see that we have like different options. Okay, one is like no repository, which means like you don't want to connect to any repository, you just wanted to give your sample input, what is your expected output, then give your prompt like saying like what are you expecting from that. Okay, and then like with repository, as I said, like you can always like connect your repository. You can always go to your settings here and go to repository tab and connect your repository, whether it be like GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket or Azure DevOps. Okay, you can connect with that. Currently I'm not connecting to any of those repositories, I'm using my local repository here. So if you want to do it, like you can just connect with your repository here and then try to take that part. Next, another thing is like upload from your computer, like if you have any like mule project folder or something like that. The code is used only for the purpose of the task and will be deleted once the task is done. This is like very important for you guys. You might think like this information is being stored somewhere else, but no, it will be used only for this task and will be deleted. Then if you have any mapping table, like in our regular calls or in our discovery meetings, if there is any kind of mapping, we have some like Excel sheet or any document where you specify details about your mapping table. So in that case, you can just extract your import your file here. Basically it is expecting only like Excel file, so you can upload your Excel file here and you can mention about what needs to be done in your notes section, and it is totally optional. If your mapping is like quite clear, if your document is quite clear, you don't even need this like notes. I'll tell you like notes um, like as this is optional, I'll tell you like how it works actually. Okay, let me give you one small example. Like we will go with like very small this thing. So I have a sample input. Let me copy some sample input. So I'll just use like, you can have like select your input format however you like. So I'm going to choose so this is my JSON. You can see it's also like formatting. I have this JSON format and my expected output is this one. So I have my sample input data and I have output data. I am not writing anything in our notes section. Let's see what is the DataWeave generator. What does the DataWeave generator do? What it assumes from the input and the sample output data. All right. So yep, the task has been started and it has been generated. Now you can see I haven't given any kind of instructions to this DataWeave generator, but it has automatically assumed that because you're asking for your input like a name, that then the Curitic AI, the DataWeave generator coding agent, assumed that you wanted to filter out the records which has status equal to active. That's how it has generated. So it is like very smart enough to do. But I always suggest you guys to have some notes in your uh, data we've generated code. So if I go back again here and try to copy paste my sample input data, again copy it, if you put it here and try to add some notes saying like, hey, I want to filter the objects where status equal to active and remove the status key. I don't want, because here you can see there is no status key. Okay, I don't want the status key in my output. In that case, if you submit it again, so the task is in progress. Meanwhile, what I want to do is I want to go to our previous one and show you, like, it has excluded that status field as well. So that's why they are like mapping it. All right. So please be more specific in your requirement. My data view has been generated. You can see now it has given like a well phrased data view output, optimized data view syntax code instead of mapping each field. Because what if your input is having like 100 fields, out of which like you wanted, so in my previous one, right, you can see they are mapping one to one field here. But what if my input field is having like 100 fields and I need to pick only like the records which has status equal to active and I don't want the status, then this is not an ideal solution. So based upon your prompt here, now what it does, like any kind of input that you're giving, so what I can do now is like I can go ahead like in DataWeave playground and try to give my input here and copy your DataWeave syntax here, go to DataWeave playground, paste it. You can see it is giving only the records which is having status. So for in future, if I add like any kind of say like branch as CS computer science, you can see like the fields are getting added automatically. Earlier to my a request which I have given here without any prompts, if I copy this, if I go ahead and paste it here, oops, something went wrong, give me 1 second. You can see here that the branch CS is not visible here, so our optimized solution is something like here. So it is very very important that you provide a clear instruction to the AI agent. All right, so let's go with some other like complex task. I'm not going with like very complex ones, but you can try some complex data view transformations based upon your real-time use cases. Okay, now let me go with like XML as my sample input data. So I put here something like John and Jay in here, and I am expecting that to have like my expected output is like JSON. Okay, so here if I keep like JSON, so it's XML. Oh, sorry. Yep. So this is the sample data that I am requesting here. So I have to give my prompt clearly saying like, hey, so this is my prompt now. Okay, map over the XML nodes and extract ID and name from the into a flat JSON object. I'm saying like map over XML nodes. We never know like where this ID and names will be, like there can be like sub nodes here. So I'm just asking them to do that. So if I submit here, so you can see like the DataWeave syntax has been generated. Now you can copy that, go to your DataWeave generator paste, you can paste your input over here. So let me just copy, go to task details, let me go and paste it here. I know this is like XML here, so remove the sample data and the rest of the stuff here. You can see this is the expected output that I was expecting. So it also like provide you the comment. So it is very good for you to do this practice of having the comments uh, in your DataWeave syntax, so that like anyone who is working in future will be able to understand your code. So DataWeave is like DataWeave generator AI coding agent is like super fun. And in any case, if you want to modify this particular DataWeave syntax, as I told you, like there is this icon called comment section. For example, if I click on this, it will ask like put the comment. As I like, I need the name in uppercase. Okay, regenerate it, it will start doing that. So it is generated here. You can see like my new database syntax has been generated. Now let me go and copy and paste it here. I got the name in the uppercase. So this is just a small example basically, but in your real-time scenarios you will have like very complex scenarios, like hey, you have like two sample inputs. Now what if you have so there will be another case. So let me go ahead and show you that. So go to home, DataWeave generator. uh, so you might have like two sample inputs and you wanted to do something on that. Okay, so this is my one of the inputs, and your expected data is, I'll say like let me put like 11 value and status as passed something. Okay, I don't have any like status as passed here, but you know that there is another input, for example. So what I'll say, like I have a second input with the following JSON data. So you can put your follow. So what I'll do is like I have like student ID. Okay, and I will put something like status as false, status as passed. Okay, and I can just copy this for my, and try to have like very good sample inputs and expected outputs. That will really help you to get the exact syntax. So failed. Okay, so I'll say like match the student ID with the ID in the input payload, and and the output should have ID comma value from the input payload and status field from the second input. Okay, so ignore the typos and I'll just submit it. Let's see what it happens. So meanwhile let me go ahead and copy my sample inputs here, go here, paste it. This is JSON. So this is my JSON expected output. So go back here, the task is in progress. So try playing around. This tool is like super cool. So all I wanted you guys to do is like try it out as this and provide any kind of feedback that really helps the product team as well to make changes, or to include any kind of new features. If you have any ideas that you are expecting, again, there are some many interesting things that are coming up for Curitech AI. You will hear them like soon. But yeah, if you have any suggestions or features, or any kind of feedback, please put it in the comments. I will take them to the product team. So now I have my DataWeave syntax here, so let me go and paste it. So you can see like this is my expected output, and it has, so what it is doing is, like you can see here, right, the second input is stored in a where, and you can probably, if you are storing it in your real time in some like where's dot something, okay, you can put it like that. And then it is joining based upon like id here. So first it joins, and then it does a map like this. So you can see like left outer join, right outer join, and it is importing this library. So super cool, super fun. So try to play around. As I said, like Curitech AI is coming up with new features, so you will listen soon. And please to try to provide any kind of feedback that you have. I hope you like this session, and we will come up with another session that is like API spec generator in my next video, which is under the coding agents. With that, we'll complete the coding agent playlist. All right, see you in the next video.